Most serial killers typically target random people to satisfy their murderous urges, but what if there was a serial killer who only targeted criminals or those who wronged him in one way or another? Would that justify those killings? Brazil's most infamous serial killer, Pedro Rodrigues Filho, fits this description perfectly. Rodriguez's troubles began even before he was born. His father repeatedly beat his pregnant mother, and as a result, he was born with a deformed skull in 1954 in Minas Gerais, Brazil. He had a rough childhood, and he actually committed his first murder when he was only 14. The town's vice mayor mistakenly believed that Rodriguez's father stole food from a school he worked at, and fired him. However, Rodriguez knew his father hadn't done such a thing, and the vice mayor had wronged him and his family. The 14-year-old Rodriguez simply grabbed a shotgun and shot the vice mayor in front of the city hall to teach him a lesson. Next, he went after the real thief who'd framed his father for his crime and murdered him. Now, everyone knew that Rodriguez was not one to mess with, and the police were looking for him. In order to avoid capture, he fled to Sao Paulo and got involved in some burglaries. After a while, he fell in love and settled with a woman, hoping to leave his past behind and start over. However, he gained some enemies, and they came after his girlfriend. After her murder, Rodriguez lost it all again and vowed to kill those responsible for the murder of his lover. He tracked down several people related to her murder, then he tortured and killed them in the worst way possible. Soon after, he learned that his father had murdered his mother in cold blood, and Rodriguez was not someone who could forgive wrongdoings, not even if it was his own father. His father was already serving his time in prison for the murder of his wife, but Rodriguez wanted him to have a taste of his own medicine. He visited his father in jail and stabbed him 22 times. He eluded capture for some time, but he was finally caught by the police in 1973 and was placed in a police van with a rapist. When the police opened the van door to lead them out, they realized that Rodriguez had killed the rapist because he felt the rapist needed retribution. In fact, Rodriguez had the same mindset towards most of his inmates. In prison, he murdered at least 47 of his fellow inmates simply because he felt that their crimes were unforgivable. However, there were times when he killed other prisoners for weird reasons such as snoring too loud. When interviewed, he confessed that he really enjoyed killing other criminals. Although he was sentenced to 400 years in prison, Brazilian laws prohibited anyone from serving more than 30 years, and he was released in 2007 after serving 4 additional years for the murders of his inmates. Nowadays, Rodriguez has left the criminal life behind, and he is trying to get some sort of normalcy. He even has his own YouTube channel in which he comments on various crimes and tries to discover the psychology behind them. Brazil's most prolific killer has vowed that he no longer looks for trouble and that he only wants peace.